podcast.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
Hello there, welcome to the Flashing Bloke podcast live, series 1, number 202, on Twitch, YouTube, and wherever you find your podcast things. I'm Siobhan, one wheel on my wagon, but I'm still rolling along. Let's meet the plucky girl assistant. We've only got the one this evening. I'm actually going to be very gentle with you this evening.
Since when?
I'm actually feeling rather sorry for you guys.
Why? Oh, yeah. Well, here, my song lyrics are "It can't rain all the time." I told you I'm doing my own song lyrics.
That's what you're doing now, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait. This is brilliant.
Last time was "Slide back down and close your eyes."
Right,
Sleep
yeah.
a while, you must be tired.
Yes.
Tonight was "It can't rain all the time."
Do you know, I've just been introduced to the feeling of not giving a fuck about somebody's song lyrics.
Hey, welcome to how we've been feeling for the last how many shows?
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Right. Lilibet can't make it tonight, I'm afraid. She didn't take the result of the election well. She's basically back in rehab for crochet. No, she's meeting family.
It's a rough drug. I mean, it's a gateway drug, really. First you're crocheting, then you're knitting.
Ooh.
All of a sudden you're making little sweaters for cats.
Doilies.
Doilies. Pot holders in the shape of a penis.
A dress for a doll that they can put a toilet roll in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mum used to have one of those. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's doing the
slope.
right thing. I do think she's doing the right thing, quite frankly. That's a scary thought. So, the election happened in America.
We don't talk about it.
So, there we go. But you do
I
have
have
my
thoughts. I have opinions.
I'm sure. However, as you're a government employee, it might not be an idea to actually say anything.
It's not like they know who I am.
Oh, they will. They're drawing up their lists already.
Yeah, I know.
That's the worrying part.
To think that all this could have been avoided by if some guy learned how to point 2 inches to the left.
Do you want J.D. Vance as your president?
I don't care at this point. Let it all burn. We had a good run. Hello, giant meteor. I am here for you. I embrace you as a brother.
Oh, dear. Yeah. I'm glad it's over. I'm not happy about the result, obviously, but I'm just so glad it's all over. How do you guys have a 2-year build-up to an election like this? It's madness.
Oh, just think. We have another election in 2 more years.
That's for
senators
and
and
House,
congressmen. Yeah. This is not going to be fun. At least I'm in a blue state.
Lilibet isn't,
I know.
sadly. But there's been a huge influx to Google for people searching how to get to Canada. And then also another how to get to Mexico, which people think are probably the Canadians trying to move out of Canada because the Americans are coming.
I always wonder if Canada looks at America and just slowly rolls up its windows.
They've got their own problems as well. They're just not you guys.
There's actually a thing on a moratorium on immigration in Canada right now.
I wouldn't know.
So you have to hit a very specific criteria.
Yeah. Well, a lot of countries are doing that.
have like $50,000 in the bank
Well, it's similar
that
to come
you-
over here, isn't it? You've got to be able to
so that you can support yourself, not have any major health issues, so you won't be a burden on the medical
Interesting.
system.
Didn't know about that angle.
Be one of a certain class of worker, like have a skill or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that they find that they are in need of.
Yeah, no, they've started doing a similar sort of thing over here, or they've been planning to. It's, I mean, to move over here, I think it's A, you got to have the money, but B, you've got to have a job to come to.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know, quite frankly. It's not something I've had to think about, but I suppose I'm lucky in that respect. So you and Jess moved to Canada then?
Nah.
You're going to try and sit it out, are you?
No.
Oh, God, look, January the 6th was supposed to be a one-off.
It's going to be interesting. See, they keep saying that all throughout this, they kept saying that the vice president had the power to decertify the election.
Well, that's what Trump thought, wasn't it?
Guess who's the vice president now, you orange turd?
Nah, it's not going to happen. I mean, Biden.
She won't.
I mean, you know as well as I do. After the Supreme Court ruling, Biden,
She won't. They actually have way too much integrity to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Biden, if he wanted to, could get away with doing anything now before leaving office, you know, but he won't because he's a
Biden
good
has
guy.
total immunity. I mean, if he thinks that, I don't know, say Donald Trump is a threat to the nation, he could order legally
SEAL Team 6.
SEAL Team 6 to go in and blow him away legally and
Okay,
have total
folks.
presidential immunity.
Start the letter writing campaign, all right?
I'm just saying, it's going to get interesting, guys.
Oh, I don't think anything like that's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
No. I don't know. Anyway, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks? I think you broke your microphone there. The noise was just too much for it.
The insanity got to the mic.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, dear. So, that bad, huh? I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any nice things happen?
Yes.
Good,
I
tell
got
me.
a new figure.
Go on, then. Oh, I thought you'd frozen there for a second. I'm thinking, no.
I got a new figure. I had
What
to go
figure?
reach over and get my figure.
Ah, right. For the podcast
I got a new
listeners,
figure.
it's Ghost Rider, but looking at that's not Cosmic Ghost Rider.
No, this is the 90s Ghost Rider.
What, Nicolas
This
Cage?
is the Danny Ketch Noble Cal Ghost Rider.
Ah.
Good Ghost Rider.
All right, okay, if you say so.
The only good Ghost Rider.
He's a dead Ghost Rider.
He also became the King of Hell.
Playable character in Marvel Heroes Omega. Just saying. Yeah. Well,
Ordered a new jacket.
Oh, that's
Little
nice.
things.
But it's the little things that are nice.
Little things.
I had the season 25 box set turn up. That was very enjoyable. I'm only halfway through. I got Blake 7 season 1 turning up tomorrow. So
Excellent.
Series A.
Why? I have a question.
Yes.
Why are you rebuying these?
Well, I don't have all of Blake 7 on DVD. These are on Blu-ray with updated special effects and all that sort of
You
stuff.
realize that Blu-ray and DVD are dead now.
I still like the physical media.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to get all the bits and pieces that you'll get with the Blu-ray with a download.
How long do you still have a tape player in your car?
No, I'm Android Auto.
Oh, okay. All right. Just checking, make sure you didn't have a cassette player or 8-track.
I could really do with a cassette player, but then I'm really worried because I've got cassettes that are over 40 years old, and I'm really worried what would happen to them if I tried to play them. childhood stuff. It's
Mhm.
recordings of Doctor Who stories from 1981, that sort of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing something very silly on Tuesday. Oh, you don't know, do you? No.
Hence my okay.
Okay, yeah, I know, but podcast listeners.
Expand.
For podcast listeners, Brian just did a sort of I don't know kind of shrug thing.
Because Siobhan did not elaborate upon her.
Well, I'd only just started.
Uh-huh.
I shall now elaborate.
Ooh,
I know,
context.
I know.
That's a
Context,
good thing.
that's going to be a good thing. A few weeks ago, I took part in a private recording for the Quatermass experiment. And it was actually quite a pleasant afternoon. And I thought, well, that's over and done with. Like I say, it's private. It's not going to be out there for people, I'm afraid. It's just somebody wants to hear it. And so we did it. And I suddenly realised I want to hear this as well, actually. However, I've been asked to come back.
The fools.
What's it? Sorry?
Nothing. I'm teasing.
I didn't hear
You were
it.
asked to come back.
Yes, yeah, no. You're going to love the punchline to this. They're going to do
Tell me
one
a story.
Yeah. It's apparently we're recording a script for the Coast to Coast Doctor Who movie from the 90s that was, come on, never going to happen, was it? But we've got one of the scripts apparently, and we're recording that. The person playing the Doctor is John Leeson,
Don't know him.
Little Tin Doggy,
Okay.
voice of K9.
Okay.
Yep. Nice man. However,
Mm-hmm.
there are sections in the script which refers to a young Doctor.
Uh-oh.
You know what I've been told I have to do?
Hartnell?
I'm going to be lapel clutching on Tuesday in front of
Okay.
John Leeson.
Okay.
So my life is fucking weird, quite frankly.
I would think your life right now is taking off in ways you had not envisioned, and it's exciting and new. But
I can't necessarily say...
you can be that little ball of anxiety, that wibbly wobbly ball of anxiety.
That's just it. I don't really get like that unless it's elections. As I've said to you before, I'm incredibly lucky. I miss a lot of stress that people have from day to day. I do appreciate how fortunate I am in that respect. I have to pay for it in other ways, but yeah. But no, this should be enjoyable enough. Yeah. That's my birthday coming up. I want cake.
Next Saturday.
Not next Saturday.
Not next Saturday?
No,
Next
19th.
Sunday?
Next
19th.
Saturday's the 16th.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
The week of Thanksgiving.
So it's always two weeks, exactly 2 weeks after Fireworks Day. Or the day war broke out, as they call it. So I'm hoping to go out for a meal. Hoping.
Get turkey and mash.
No. It's my annual steak.
Ah.
I only have one a year. So... Oh! Just to clarify, you probably realise this, but I see we do have somebody in chat. Let's quickly look, see if it's Retta. It's not, it's Zombie Wolf 9000! You're supposed to cheer at that bit.
Yay, we have a viewer.
Yes, well done. Congratulations. I want to know who Zombie Wolf 9000 is. I'm intrigued. Is it somebody we know? It's a mystery. It's
Probably no one we know.
I know. Why tune in? I mean, I thank you for tuning in, but us?
Why not? Why aren't more people tuning in?
Uh,
That's what we should be asking
because the
ourselves.
worst thing I ever did was to do it this way. I should have stuck with a podcast. So there we go. This is now a podcast again, so. Whee. Woohoo. What were we saying about?
I don't know. You got sidetracked by viewers.
Yes, it's all right. It was about that thing about Torchwood.
Yeah,
back.
that's fake.
Oh, God, yes, that was fake. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
say it so Retta understood, because I didn't know if I'd been clear on the post. But no, that's a nice idea, but people have been putting stuff like that out all the time, and it's a case of, what are you trying
There's
to
lots
do?
of
You're trying
stuff
to gain
coming out in the
attention to
next couple
yourself.
weeks. Wednesday is starting up again.
Series 2, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff coming out either this weekend or next weekend. Well, obviously for Thanksgiving, because you got the family there. What are you going to do? You're going to throw on something for everybody to watch.
We wouldn't have done that. We would have gone out after lunch.
Out where?
Just for a walk or a family thing, rather than sit down in front of the
I
television.
used to do that after dinner with my son.
That's what we... Yep.
We'd go out and we'd refill our pantry of what we ate. And the people at Walmart were really pissed off because I kept walking through all their lines, ignoring the, do you have a ticket? What ticket number are you? And just asking them, move out of the way, I have to get groceries.
Ticket numbers?
Oh, yeah. It's a big thing. In order to stop, the Walmart after Thanksgiving deal riots,
Oh,
they start giving people
right.
ticket numbers
Okay,
for
yes.
spots in line. And they used to come up to me and my son, do you have a ticket? Are the groceries doing something special this evening?
It's not their fault. They need to work.
I've asked people to move out of line so I can pick up something that I had no intention of buying.
Ooh.
And you want to know the kicker to all of this?
Please, yes.
So when the deals start up, I was already there. I just grabbed the thing and left. I wasn't standing in line for 4 or 5 hours waiting for this. I did my grocery shopping, timed it just right. The deal started. Oh, hey, look, there's that. Out.
Thing is, most Black Friday deals are actually really not deals at all.
No.
You're getting the cheap junk they want to get rid of.
I did, however, get a nice Blu-ray player out of that. So
Does it do all region?
no. We found that out when we had when Eddie sent me that Triffids one.
Oh, right. I thought this was recently. I do apologize.
No, this is like when my son was 10,
Okay.
like 17 years ago.
So you need a new Blu-ray player then?
No,
All right.
I
You're getting a Christmas
I don't need
present.
physical media. I have digital.
You're getting a Christmas present this year.
I don't need physical media.
You're getting physical media.
I have nothing to play it on.
Yes, you do. You have a Blu-ray player.
Well, yeah, but it's not hooked up anymore.
Well, whose stupid fault is that then?
Whoever decided we're going from VCR to DVD to Blu-ray to streaming, whoever decided when those hops
Who is that person? I want
That's
words.
their fault. That's their fucking fault.
No, I bought a box set of something, and
cool.
it's Region 1, so it won't work on my Xbox.
That's why I'm getting it.
That's why you're getting it. I still have your other
That's
present.
fine.
I've forgotten to send you for about 3 years now.
No, don't worry.
So I'll send that. No, I've still got it. I'm just not very good at getting organised, I'm afraid.
I'll get you a Steam credit card. Gift certificate. Gift thing. For Steam.
I wouldn't. A, you don't need to get me anything, and B, I don't play games.
C, you're getting me something, so I feel I have to reciprocate.
No
Yes,
obligation.
Yes, I do. It's either that or you're getting the meat snacks. Take your pick.
God.
Uh-huh.
The thing is, Brian, I've got to do something with this box set. It's just sitting there gathering dust. You can use it So
You see,
you
folks,
have it.
for several years there, we have traded Christmas presents among the Blade,
Yeah, then we gave up.
and early in the Blade of this version, we exchanged gifts,
We did.
and
we did.
I sent them Mythic Meats. Not our sponsor, by the way.
Oh God, Mythic Meats.
I sent them smoky meat snacks, Slim Jims, things like that.
They were horrible.
They were delicious.
They were horrible. If
Two
that's the
out of
sort of
three
stuff you eat in America, dear God.
2 out of 3 hosts of the Flashing Blade loved them.
2 out of 3 hosts are American. Oh, no, hang on. No, Eddie wasn't American, was he?
It was Eddie, yeah.
Yeah. But he's Scottish. He probably deep fried it.
Doesn't matter.
It wasn't my cup of tea, let's put it this way.
So
The thought
Mythic
was kind.
Meats, yes.
So
I
this
love
is-
them. Siobhan obviously hates them because she has no taste buds being British.
So's Eddie.
Eddie is Scottish. It's a
He's
huge
British.
difference.
No, he's British.
Oh, definitely. Oh, go
Yeah.
up there and say that. Go
Yeah, okay.
up there.
I will.
Go up there to Edinburgh and say you're all British.
It's like turning around and calling me English. I get quite offended at that.
Yeah, you're a good Jersey girl.
Oh, damn straight. Fuck off.
You need to watch that Kevin Smith movie.
Jersey Girl.
There's a Jersey Girl one, and I think there's Chasing Amy.
It's
all Jersey, so-
I've heard of Chasing Amy before.
You've never seen Chasing Amy?
I don't really watch the pictures.
What do you do with your little life?
Not much.
Are you okay there?
It's a very
Go
lonely.
like this if you need help.
It's a very lonely, boring life. I'm afraid. It's just how it is when you're
How can you
disabled.
not watch Kevin Smith movies? They're
Um,
brain candy.
there's only a couple of Kevin Smith movies I actually really enjoy.
Dogma, Mallrats, or Clerks.
Dogma,
Okay.
definitely Dogma. And
Okay.
I did enjoy Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay.
And the latest Jay and Bob I thought was quite fun.
Yes.
So
Where Kevin's daughter plays Jay's daughter, which is funny on so many levels.
yeah. Oh dear. And then they go and hit to listen to Kevin Smith speaking.
Hey,
Silent Bob's
look,
there
all
going,
I'm saying, tarantula, the most vicious animal in the entire kingdom.
damn straight. So, I've no idea where that leaves us. Do you know, most people would have some sort of bullet point dots. We must talk about this. We must talk
Well,
about
I think
that.
that leaves us with Doctor Who.
Funny you should say that.
Oh, and news. Any Doctor Who news?
I'm giving my heart all in front of John Leeson.
Yeah, that's not real Doctor Who news.
What? Is there any Doctor Who news? I don't believe so, but then I've left Twitter.
So have a lot of people.
And it's because a lot of people left that I left, because all the people that make me smile.
You
I've
go
left.
Lemming.
Yeah, no, I
it's-
totally agree. But on top of that, it really is. I mean, it was always a hell.
Oh,
site,
it's
but
horrible.
now
It's
awful.
absolutely horrible. I have a Twitter account. I don't go on it. I think the last thing I said was F somebody that was in charge of it. No
Anyway.
repercussions. I don't have that big of a following.
Yeah, I'm the same, quite frankly. Anyway, and now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. Hang on, I've got to think. Just for a moment. Right. The 13th Doctor Who, this time around, anyway. Yeah.
Plus or minus.
Yep. And his
give or take.
plucky girl assistant, Clara Oswald, have materialised. Well, the TARDIS actually did the materialisation part of that, but they've landed at this big, creepy, scary house with thunder and God knows what else. Inside, Verity Lambert and Doug Ray Scott are doing a cyclical, which I've never been 100% certain that's a real word, investigations. They found themselves a ghost. Now, Doug Ray Scott, well, slight problem. He did nasty things in the war. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Conduct, that sort of stuff. And because that did exist. That bit is real. It existed. And it's basically boffins trying to think outside the box, quite frankly. And Verity Lambert is she's the psychic itself. And so they're running experiments trying to catch this, whatever this is, this apparition. The Doctor and Clara turn up. The Doctor, obviously intrigued. And it becomes a haunted house thing. They discover the identity of the ghost, and it's a Doctor Who explanation, rather than it's a ghost.
Well, remember, Doctor Who doesn't, until recently, doesn't deal with supernatural.
Exactly. And do you think they over-egged the pudding a little bit? By
I have no idea what that means.
You put too many eggs in a pudding and it ruins it. So in this particular instance, the extra...
People on Twitter will see Brian giving her a very, very confused look. Right
No, they weren't, podcast listeners, because we're not on Twitter. I just said. I was waiting for you to come back and have a go at me, but all right, okay. I thought we had a thing there, a little sort of bit to and fro, banter, the bants.
No.
All right then. 2 viewers, 2.
Dude,
Odd Brother, hello, Odd Brother.
Brother.
Odd Brothers here, as well as Zombie Wolf. Oh, these are some good names tonight.
Okay.
I really appreciate these names. Hello, Odd Brother, you're very welcome. In chat, you see. This is for podcast listeners. It's I've got to basically audio describe everything that happens, don't I?
Don't worry, I'll be watching chat.
Thank you.
When new people come into chat, we tend to...
Yes, we've had some interesting encounters.
Often they're, bots looking for, if you want to grow your followers and buy followers and blah, 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 blah.
I really hate that. Like, I'm interested in doing anything along those. This is just an excuse to sit down and talk bollocks with friends. Over-egging of the pudding in this particular instance. That extra little twist at the end where the Doctor realises that the monster was in love and wanted... Factorio, huh? Sorry, the podcast listeners. Again, replying to chat, Odd Brother has said, nope, I just wanted something to listen to as I play Factorio. Well, thank you for choosing us. We appreciate it. Well, at least I do, Brian. I don't know if you do. Do you?
It's fair. I put on stuff all the time.
Do you think
working in Foundry,
that final twist with the creature being in love was just one twist too many?
I thought it was trite.
Trite? Yeah? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I thought it could have done well without that. I would have
It
left...
didn't need it. It didn't warrant it.
No. I mean, the idea of the other creature being in the house had been seeded. But, yeah, so... And that's our in-depth review this evening.
It was trite. It was...
What, all of it, or just the ending?
Just the ending. Because
Okay.
I'm a sucker for these... paranormal thing.
Yes, this is, well,
episodes.
it's the right time of year to be discussing ghost stories and the like, and believe me, we are going to be over the next few weeks.
Sure. I've heard some of those ghost stories. Sure.
Heard
Okay.
them. Heard them.
Yeah. I watched some of them too.
Ah, right. Some of the old BBC
I'm
ghost
up
stories.
on the homework.
Well, there's only been 2 so far.
Yeah. I am current on my assignments, ma'am.
We got The Signalman, and tonight we'll be looking at A Warning to the Curious.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear, I've failed again. Anyway, what do you think of the general overall?
I mean, if you really want some scary ghost stories, I can get you some scary ass ghost stories.
No, because what you consider scary, Alison, what I consider
Would
scary, Alison,
terrify you.
probably wouldn't terrify me. I'd probably just be grossed out.
Sitting in your nice little dark room there. Just don't expect that thing coming up behind you. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That thing coming up behind me is my cat called Chestnut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're wondering why I'm looking down there, everybody, it's because that's where Brian is on the screen and the camera's up there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Brian, which is silly really because I should be looking up at the camera so he can see me, but I'm looking down there. I'm confused.
That's okay. You're elderly.
That's true. Getting even elderlier soon.
Yeah, like I'm one to talk here. Come on.
I've told you
I
before.
had color in this when we
I've
started.
told you before, dude. That's distinguished. I mock you not for that. Or for your
I
hairline.
just remember
which
the very
is
first
very good for your
episode we
age.
did. I had color in this.
Yeah, I know, but you've been chewing crayons again.
No, I haven't.
You had
I have
that whole
not, just
thing.
stopped me. Just won't let me.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, how do you think they emulated the feel of a creepy old house?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah?
That was terrific. The atmosphere of the place,
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. The setting, the set design, awesome. It really grabbed the feel of a 1970s ghost investigation. You had the nice little gears and gizmos on the table, toggles, which the doctor went nuts for. You had the oscilloscope going, you know.
Gotta have a good oscilloscope. You have to. You can just go.
You gotta have a good oscilloscope.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it shows nothing, just put one in there. People
A little
love
bit
it.
of button twiddling. Oh, it's
Yeah.
satisfying.
Doug Ray Scott, tweed, always.
Very.
Have to do it.
Very tweed.
Mhm, very
Yes,
tweed.
Made of tweed.
Made of armored tweed.
Yes. Yes.
You had the psychic with the 70s hairdo, you know. It was fine. It was perfectly, the set design, the costumes, everything was perfectly period.
And yeah, I can hear a but.
I didn't care for the twist.
There's the but. Fair enough.
I mean,
That's the
first
final
one-
twist at the end.
The
yeah.
first twist
Made
the first
a lot of
twist was
sense.
good.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
It made sense.
It
Okay.
didn't need that extra little thing.
It didn't need the second twist.
No. I agree.
I mean, however, it did go to explain when the doctors and Clara are running back to the TARDIS and he shouts, every lonely monster needs a companion. That's when it hit you.
Because we're in the middle of the TARDIS hating Clara phase, aren't we?
Yeah. The TARDIS is kind of like a cat.
She is rather, isn't she?
She is.
Yes. So,
I would love it really if they had the Amy hologram pop up more.
just to wind
Just
Clara
to
up.
yeah, just the,
Well, she has seen Amy before in a little couple of minute offshoot thing that they put on discs and whatever. And she basically said, "Dear God, that woman is made of legs." It's
just a minute.
he's thinking about it. He's thinking it's not as bad as Old Man Purcell on Staggering Stories.
I'm fine. I'm better now. It's okay.
Good. You'll still have to fight Adam for her. I'm sorry, but you will.
What is it? Is it a race between him and me on who gets the restraining order first?
Oh, you lost out on that years ago. It's when Adam went to convention dressed as her 8-year-old cousin.
Yeah,
That,
that was creepy.
That was bloody brilliant. That was. He cosplayed as Amelia Pond. Good for him. And I will never not reshare that photo. Yeah, I like this one. Series 7B, as it's known, because it was shown in 2 halves. You had the end of the ponds before Christmas, I think it was, and then after Christmas you had the second half, something like that. Anyway, excuse me. And well, yeah, no, of course, because you had Last Christmas, didn't you? Idiot. No, not Last Christmas. I'm getting really confused, Brian.
It happens.
Yeah, the Snowmen. There we go. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Well, Clara and the Snowman.
Yeah. No, I got a feeling we might do Last Christmas for our Christmas story this year. That's the one with Father Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
And the Dream Crowds.
Where Father Christmas gives the doctor a talking down to.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah.
And out of all of them, he does it
Does not take any
shit
crap.
But of course, this is the doctor's own mind doing this to him. Sorry, we've switched stories now.
Okay, so here's how the show is supposed to go.
Oh, please, yes.
Here's how the show
A
usually goes.
Okay, again, audio describe.
Straight up.
Yep.
Nice,
Yep,
you know.
Yep.
But somewhere we take a hard right into a loop-de-loop and go on a roundabout for a couple minutes.
Can we say hard left, not hard right, please?
We can do a hard left.
Thank you very much.
We do, however, do a clockwise on the roundabout, though.
And there are Widdershins moments. Yeah, we go all over the place. It's mainly my ADHD that does this, for which I blame Brian.
I wind her up a little bit sometimes.
He knows just how to make me lose the train of thought.
I don't apologize for this at all.
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
You've got to remember, podcast listeners, that Brian's my longest-running Plucky Girl assistant. He may be new to you, but he's found out about me a long time ago.
Oh my God, 5 years now.
I know.
What the hell have we been doing?
What the hell have you done with your life? 5 years on the blade.
Man,
People get less for murder.
It's gonna take a minute. Perhaps an awkward pause would be...
Oh, let's have an awkward pause. For podcast listeners, an awkward pause is exactly what it seems. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, it doesn't have the same effect if you've got to make noises for podcast listeners.
You don't have to make noises. That's a...
But dead air, Brian.
Awful.
Dead air is a sin. You cannot have dead air. Because if you do it too many times, the Pink Panther turns up. Dead air, dead air.
Really, you're overestimating who listens to the podcast.
Oh, no, I'm not overestimating them. I know them well.
That's frightening. Wow, hey, look at the time.
You forget how long I've been doing this. And back in the day, it was actually popular.
I wasn't bad. I was okay. I could have used a little less twist endings.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically one less, but it was okay. It got out what it wanted to.
It was nice to have an atmospheric, ghosty one, quite frankly.
It told the story it wanted to tell.
Yeah, and I'm very fond of that sort of thing, really.
Well, we also have to remember this is during the doctor's time of trying to figure out what Clara is.
Yeah. Exactly, but that doesn't really bring much onto the plot, to be honest with you.
No,
in
it
this
doesn't
one, it's
play
a couple of
much into it.
throwaway lines. It's not important.
It's a
important.
teaser. It's a tease
Yeah,
at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's So, do we recommend Hyde?
Oh yeah. All new Who. Do it. Watch it twice. Stream that shit.
All of it? What
I'm gonna
about
say yes because it's a package deal.
Fear Her? Yeah.
Fear Her is your typical
Go on, make this
creepy
good.
kid. It's a creepy kid story.
Yeah, it's a crap story.
It was
It
phoned in,
should have
totally.
been better. There was a great.
should have been.
There was a great central idea there: the fact that the kid's being abused by her father. But somewhere in translation, and also the making of it, because it seemed incredibly cheap. If I'm honest with you, we're just going to plonk on one road somewhere, and that's it. And we're going to have a comedy council, man. That's the council's brush. Oh, shut up. Yeah. Sorry, Hyde. Yeah, I enjoy it. It was a good one. Leave me alone. I'm old, dazed, confused.
There.
Are those my
There.
feet?
Wait.
Yes, yes.
For all you grammar Nazis out there,
Yes.
there.
Well, there we go. Next up, where do you want to go? Into space, or are we going to stick with ghosts?
You know what? Let's go into space because you're not going to like what I have to say about ghosts.
Yeah, I've already sussed that out.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I've already told you your opinions are still valid, just because they're different to mine. You know?
Okay.
It's interesting to hear it from someone else's viewpoint, from their perspective.
Honestly, I think we should do a rewatch of Ghost Watch.
The problem I have with Ghost Watch is I didn't see it the first time round.
Okay.
I got spoiled about what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I've come to end up watching it, it has no effect on me at all.
It's not supposed to have an effect on you. It's 40 years old.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if you want to look at Ghost Watch, I'm sure we can fit that in.
Yeah.
Is it on YouTube?
I mean, let's just say I have it.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm saying no more than that.
Now, if you really want to get me going, we could watch Blair Witch. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, you have enough trouble with you and reality as it is.
Hey, reality is highly arbitrary.
As apparently we found out after you'd watched the Blair Witch Project. How long did it take you to realise it wasn't real?
Actually, I never saw it in theaters.
How long did it take you to realise it wasn't real? Don't
I
make
never
me
saw
ask
it in
Jess.
theaters. Jess wouldn't know. Jess wasn't around then.
Yeah, but you told the story, though. She's
I
the one
may
who
have
told
told
me
the
about
story.
this.
No, that was Retta.
Was it? Where is she tonight?
Chilling like a villain. She's probably got tomorrow off.
Oh, yeah, thing.
Yeah. Veterans Day.
So we're going to go into space.
Okay, let's go into space.
Harry the Grout has been released from Slade Prison, and he's going to meet, by accident, Mr. Joe Bell down on the coast. And you see, Harry the Grout is an archaeologist. Well, not really an archaeologist. He tinkers. He tinkers. Brian's giving me that look. Yeah, I've switched to Warning to the Curious deliberately.
Yeah.
I want to end
This
on a
is
high.
not Dragon's Den.
No, I want to head. It's definitely not Dragon's Den.
You want to head this off.
I want to end the show on a high rather than a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Anyway,
Are you sure this is going to be ending on a high?
I can hope. Look, allow me my dreams.
If anything this last week has proven is that hope is dead.
No, hope never dies. While there's life, there's hope. You should know your Pertwee by now.
As the Sandman has proven that there is a hope in hell. Just maybe not this week.
Was there ever a second series of that?
They're filming it.
Right.
They're making
I did
it.
quite
However,
enjoy it,
if you
actually.
really want to know what happens, buy the book.
I had access to them at the comic book shop. But there was also a lot of Marvel stuff as well, and I went there instead. Right.
This is me judging you.
Yeah, I'm feeling judged. I'm feeling judged. So, Harry the Grout, basically the actor Peter Vaughan. And hopefully, I'll be going to his house for a steak next Saturday. Hopefully. Because he used to live in a house just up the road from where I live. Glorious, glorious building. I would love to live there. Goss Manor, it's called. And it's the home of Harry the Grout. He's Dingley Dell. And so he's come along and he's been tracking down the ancient Anglo-Saxon crowns of Britain. There were 3. 2 of them have been lost. 1 has yet to be found. The three had to be buried on the coast to keep England safe. And as such, a local tradition went round that somebody would watch out to make sure nobody nicked the crown. However, the last person who was supposed to watch out and whatever died without leaving anybody to carry on this tradition. So, Grouty goes off, finds the spot he's looking for, digs. Well, stone me, he doesn't just go and find that third Anglo-Saxon crown.
Color me surprised.
Something is now following him through
no.
the woods. People are seeing this something. He's not, but people are. A train driver, a train guard opens a carriage door for someone he thought was there, but wasn't. A farmer greets him on his way, and he walks past. The farmer turns back, and there's this figure following him. It's weird. It's really weird.
Will it swallow his soul?
It might do, quite frankly. Don't make me get Omega out. He's right here.
I'm just saying, sometimes he may have to cut off his right hand because it goes bad and gets
It's the
possessed.
return of Omega, everybody. Sorry. I was watching that back, actually, from the RPG last week, and I've got to admit, it's quite an expressive little face.
I was busy,
Yeah,
running
that's
the game.
why I was doing that. Anyway, yeah. Now, Mr. Joe Bell's there. He's called Dr. Black in this, which is an interesting thing because he turns up in another ghost story called Dr. Black. However, I've checked the originals by M.R. James. There are doctors in it, but there aren't 2 Dr. Blacks. I think it's a convention for the ghost stories themselves. That, well, we've got to cast another doctor, so we'll cast the same guy and call him the same name. So basically, Grouty's being haunted by the guardian of this crown. And he's getting nasty dreams and this, that, and the other. And he has to go back. In the end, he has to go back and rebury it. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. It doesn't end well for him. Let's put it like that. It's a lot of these, in fact, most of them are basically a warning to the curious. A lot of M.R. James's stuff is basically about antiquarians, historians, etc. Looking for some lost thing and getting excited when they find it, only there's a curse with it. What's going on down here? Oh, I see. Dog. And this is one such story. We're going to do A Whistle and I'll Come to You before Christmas, which is the classic M.R. James story. We might just do the John Hurt one.
Will it be 1984?
No, it won't. That's my revenge, etc. I can't be asked to do the laugh, quite frankly. It's embarrassing. So come on then, what did you find wrong with this? I'm not going to take the piss. I genuinely want to know, because you're coming
It was
from
slow.
it. There we go. I was about to say you're coming from it from a modern angle.
It was slow.
Yeah.
I was bored most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It just droned on and on and on, and I lost interest in it.
Wow. That is interesting. It is. I mean, there's a lot of character stuff in that silence where you learn about people and histories and whatever. But it just wasn't fast enough for you.
Wasn't even scary, the scary parts. Just
Well, again, we're talking 1972, maybe?
that might be the problem.
Yeah, it's for a different time.
Yeah.
Archive
And-
TV show. Just,
Yeah.
You
No, it just wasn't scary at all.
oh well.
I mean, we could pick other scary archive TV shows.
But they're American, Brian.
I can't help it that we have one of the largest entertainment industries in the frickin' world since, like, ever.
Size does not guarantee quality.
I never said anything about quality.
Oh, I did.
I was thinking things like Freddy's Nightmares.
Friday's Nightmares.
Freddy's Nightmares. I was thinking of Friday the 13th, the series. I was thinking Tales from the Dark Side. If you really, really want to, we could probably scrounge up Tales from the Crypt, the old HBO series.
I think I found a very interesting thing here. It's taken me 5 years to put my thumb on it, but I've finally done it. You don't like the way old British television's made. I don't like the way old American television's made. Never the twain shall meet. When we do, it goes rather wrong.
It does. That's why we need Lilibet.
I know. Now, Lilibet loves these ghost things because
She's
it's
a good.
they're based
middle.
on short stories, and with her being an English
Yeah.
teacher,
She's
it's
an
perfect
excellent
for
middle.
her.
Yeah, no. And honestly, if you're calling those shows I just named off modern, ma'am,
more modern
you need
than
to
this.
you need to update your cable package.
I don't have a cable package.
You have Virgin Media.
Shall we please don't say it? You'll summon it.
It's the same.
You know what's
thing.
going to
It's
happen.
cable.
My internet will now go down.
It's been going down all night. You've been freezing left, right, and center so far.
Have I?
Yes. You froze twice so far, but you came back.
Oh no.
No. Just the picture, just for a couple minutes, but you came
For a
back.
couple of minutes, you. I
Oh,
noticed whenever this happens now, Jess has started taking screenshots.
Yes.
Which, considering I absolutely hate looking at myself, is not great.
Oh, it's hilarious. We
No,
get you
it's
with
not.
your eyes shut, mouth though. Oh, it's horrible.
No.
We're gonna put it into a collage one of these days,
Oh, don't.
and just
I hate my face. I really hate it. I want somebody else's face. Oh well. So,
see now that could be a horror story too if it's taken out of context.
don't. I've been listening to far too many of the casual criminalists.
If you want, we could even listen to a horror podcast.
Oh, sweetheart, I narrate for a horror podcast. The one I've been pushing you onto for ages now, Pseudopod.
Mm-hmm.
I narrate for them, only occasionally.
Yeah.
But the stories they've given me have uniformly been excellent.
How about the No Sleep podcast?
I don't listen to podcasts,
I'm just
except
saying.
for Toby Haydock. who has now become the soundtrack to my life, apparently. Yeah, I know.
We're sorry, Toby, in advance.
I just got bad. I've started joining in, but leaving comments. That's not me. I don't do that. I just listen very sadly.
You're
and
a fan now. You're a member of the community.
I do enjoy his podcast.
Have you joined his Patreon?
Yeah, that's how I'm getting all this stuff. I was one of the very first Patreon subscribers. I seriously, folks, if you like your Doctor Who and even a bit of Quatermass, subscribe to Toby Haydock's Patreon. You will not regret it. I promise.
Have you heard any Bombas Socks ads?
He doesn't do ads.
I'm just saying.
This isn't one of
You
those
haven't
sort
heard
of
any
things.
Bombas Socks?
Oh, so does that mean if people don't have a Spotify subscription, they're going to get adverts through the Flashing Blade podcast?
I don't know. That's a possibility.
If you do hear any adverts, they're nothing to do with us, okay? Just so we're clear on that. If you want to pay me, I'll happily shilt Raid Shadow Legends. Where are you?
No. Lately, it's been Raid Shadow Legends has been taken over by Delete Me and Aura, because I see ads for them
I see
all
what
the
you're doing
time.
there. I'm going to cut you off. Kitchen gun. You fancied a sneaky round, but no, I saw your cunning ploy.
At the 1921 Rules Committee meeting, that
Yes.
was allowed.
Yeah. What? Sneaking it in?
Sneaking it in.
Hang on, is that the one Lord Montague attended?
No. Somebody named Bristol, I believe.
Zombie Wolf, thank you very much. Apparently, there's no adverts on our Twitch. Do you have Amazon Prime / Twitch Prime, Zombie? Because that'll probably be the reason why. It'd be very
Only
nice
if they're subbed to us will they not get.
Okay. In that
They
case,
just-
I don't know.
They're
Just be
not
grateful
bad.
to the gods of the internet. That's all I'm going to say. Frankly, I hate adverts with a passion. I'm listening to something and suddenly blah, 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 blah. Fucker.
That's why I have that fast little 15-minute skip.
Yes, I discovered that's been very
Spotify.
useful. It's meant I've been able to listen to some of Toby Haydock's podcasts without terrifying the
Problem
dog.
is they put it in the adverts right in the middle of the damn show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's easier to do from the phone, but if you're driving, you don't get that option.
Yeah.
So it's.
There's
my
one
car's
on
got to go.
Spotify you should look up.
Sorry, please say again.
There's a podcast, kind of radio drama type deal that you should look up on Spotify. It's called the Lovecraft Chronicles.
About a
I'm sorry,
racist.
the Lovecraft Investigation.
Is
kinda
it about a
creepy.
racist?
No.
It's not about a racist, and it's about Lovecraft. What madness is this?
Would you listen to a podcast about a racist?
No.
Okay, then. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's good.
But
I
definitely
wouldn't listen to any
it.
podcast, to be honest with you. It's not like I'm making a.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea. It's.
You
I've
don't
said
like
this.
old radio programs?
I occasionally listen to old goon shows.
You've never listened to like War of the Worlds?
What, the Orson Welles version?
Yeah. It's only about an hour long. I listen every Halloween.
No, I haven't actually heard that. It'd be interesting to
It's
see.
really good.
Maybe I should. Anyway, moving on. We are going to continue doing ghost stories up till Christmas.
That's fine.
One of which I am hoping you actually will enjoy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I do appreciate.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to go a whole hell of a lot harder to get me.
We're
to...
going to get up to date. When I say almost up to date. Something like 2018, 2017, something like that. But for the moment, we're doing some of the old MRJ. Because they were tradition. You get them once a year on Christmas Eve. A ghost story for Christmas. And for my generation, people of my age, it's one of those almost lost, forgotten dim memories of when we were young. The ghost stories for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just the Gen X in me that doesn't give a hoot, but
Well, I'm Gen X as well.
yeah, I'm kind of jaded when it comes to horror.
That's the problem, you see. I still think horror nowadays is not the same as horror that used to be. Shouldn't be about gore. It should be about tension.
It's not about
nerves.
gore. No.
Most
The
modern horror films, they just can't help but splatter gore everywhere. And it's a case of
that's the kiddified. No. There's horror and there's horror, and there are some very good horror shows out there that I watch. And oh shit, but yeah, the splatter flicks. That's for the kids trying to cop a feel in the theaters.
I once asked Mark Gatiss about that. In fact, there's a chance it might have been on the feed, possibly. The old podcast feed, I'm not sure. His answer to that is, I said, do you feel it's becoming more, horror is now more splat than... And he said, yeah, I think. I can't remember. Unfortunately, you're never going to get to see that. Davies has all the footage, and it's been so long now, I don't think we'll ever see that documentary we made, which is a shame. The Doctor Who Festival up at the O2.
The Lost episode.
It's another one of our famous lost episodes, yes. I think we're up to 3 now. 3 lost episodes.
Hey.
Well, I'm a sucker for ghost stories. I'm right in the mood for it at the moment. It's just the right time of year for me, and I want to watch more, but I can't because I don't want to watch stuff that we're going to do for the Blade. But hang on a second.
I can show you a TV series.
No.
You just have no faith.
No, I don't, do I? I'm
mean,
terribly
seriously.
sorry.
This is a very good TV series that is cerebral, thought-provoking,
How old is it?
mysterious.
How old is it?
Oh, it's recent.
Nope.
It's on season 3.
No. Remember Archive Telly?
It's still live. No, I don't mean for this. I mean, just watch the damn show.
Right, I see what you mean. What's it called
Just
then?
watch the damn. It's called From. From.
From, eh?
Yeah.
The sequel's called 2. T-O.
No. It's got 3 seasons in it, and it's a bit out there. There's a lot of Lost. There's
Oh dear.
a lot, not so much Walking Dead, but a little bit. You get the feel.
Yeah.
If you've seen
again,
the
it
movie
sounds-
The Watchers,
No.
you get a lot. That has a lot of vibes.
Cool.
I know you haven't. You haven't watched.
I don't go to the
anything
pictures.
in the last 20 years.
No.
I
am Miss Havisham. I'm sat here covered in cobwebs, just not in a wedding dress. Right, let's look how many shows we've got before Christmas. Got the calendar up. So we've got one on the 24th. So that's one.
That's going to be an interesting weekend for you.
I'll be fine, don't worry. One on the 8th. And then our
22nd.
Christmas show is going to be the 22nd. So we've got 2 more shows before the Christmas show. Okay, I need to find 2 more scary Doctor Who stories and 2 more ghost stories. And then, because I've already worked out what we're doing for Christmas itself. Because our last show before Christmas is on the 22nd, we're not going to be able to look at the Christmas Day episode until the
Is there
5th
going
of
to be one
January.
this year?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
It's been
On
filmed,
Christmas
it's in the
Day.
can?
Sorry.
Nice. It's filmed. It's in the can. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
waiting
yeah,
for
ready
the
to rock.
streaming.
It's ready to rock.
Excellent.
Already seen the opening thing. They released it as a trailer piece. We're probably going to get the same thing because we've got a charity telethon coming up, and every time Doctor Who tries to do something for it, So I occasionally pull out all the stops like I did last year with Destination Scaro, but this time around I think it's just going to be probably the opening few minutes before the titles kick in.
Okay.
And like I say, if it is that, I've seen that legitimately. It's written by Stephen Moffat, so that should...
That's going to be interesting. What is he going to make us terrified of this year?
It's an interesting
What seemingly innocent little item can he pluck and insert into our collective
You're
subconscious?
not bloody
as a
inserting
terrifying
anything,
entity?
mate.
I'm just saying.
Not again.
That man created the Uncanny Valley.
Oh, I had a personal example of the Mandela effect, but I can't remember what it was. I'm so crap. I really am so crap. Oh dear. The Mandela effect, for those that don't know, and I'm sure a lot of our people, I don't know what to call them now, viewers, listeners. Should we have a viewers and listeners
Audience.
association?
A lot of our audience.
Yeah, that implies they are actually sort of,
I'm
tuning
just
in.
saying, go with that one conceit.
The conceit that we actually have an audience. This is going to be very
Yes.
difficult for me.
I'm just saying.
And it's not a feeling I'm comfortable with.
Well, rather than viewers, listeners, and trying to waffle between the two, audience.
But that's half the show.
You waffling between the two?
Yeah, it's half the show. Just wind Siobhan up and let her go. Ignore what she's saying, because I would. In fact, I probably do.
To be fair, yes.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, what?
What?
For how
Oh,
many
Tuesday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
3 slightly deaf old ladies walking down the road. Windy, isn't it? Says one. No, it's Thursday, says the other. Oh, so am I, says the third. Let's go and have a nice cup of tea. Come on, that was a good joke. You're trying not to smile. You're trying not to smile. Or are you trying not to cry? What's he doing? What's
You
he
are
doing?
warning for self-harm coming up.
Oh, not again. I like
If I
that
can
joke.
get my damn knife out.
I like that joke. I don't care. I like that joke. The next Doctor Who story we're going to do is The Haunting of Villa Diodati. It's a Jodie Whittaker one.
I know.
New series, Brian.
I know. I like this one.
So that's the next one we're going to be doing. Another spooky house one. And I'll let you guess what the last one on the run-up to Christmas is going to be. It's a classic.
The Demons.
No.
Stones of Blood.
Close, but no. 1 year out.
The
I was wearing the scarf
one with
from
the
it today.
vampires.
No. State of Decay, I think you're thinking about that.
State of Decay, yeah.
No. Image of the Fendal.
No.
You don't like Image of the
No.
Fendal?
It's not scary.
Interesting. Oh, in that case, we're definitely going to do it. Because I want
Why don't
to
we
hear
just,
why.
if we're going to do that, why don't we just do Vampires of Venice?
Because that's not scary at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's my show.
Hey,
so I don't care whether you
I'm
are scared
just
or
saying,
not.
if we're going to do something that's not scary at all,
Fear her. Sorry.
the only thing I fear is having my name on those credits.
Yes. Oh, I've got to start doing voice. I've had to start doing the voiceover at the end, haven't I now?
Mm-hmm.
No more room for John Levine jokes.
Why not?
Well-
Has his ego finally gotten too much?
There's just a certain amount of time you can say stuff. That's why I wait so long, because the music's got to start fading out before I start doing that. And there isn't enough time to do that and a John Levine joke. Plus, it means I don't have to think up a John Levine joke. That was getting very difficult to say. Yeah,
Okay.
right. So there's that. I mean, do you have an alias you'd like to go out under? A pseudonym?
Madam, a pseudonym. Clutch my pearls.
Wow. I know. Is there
I
one?
do declare.
Jack Reacher. No?
No.
Dan Dobson. No?
No.
Just the Brian.
That's as good as anything.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. Yes, very much so. We're up to 1 hour 10.
And we still haven't done Dragon's Den.
We're still not. It's
We're going
Dragon's Domain.
I don't care.
I do. I very much do. I watched it last night. On
So did
Blu-ray with 5.1 sound.
I watched it on YouTube because it's free.
I got the Blu-ray set. It's the only one I ever watch out of it. Bit of a waste, but there we go.
Here's the difference. You spent money on it.
Yeah, but it was part of my childhood.
I've watched a lot of shows. There are a lot of shows that were part of my childhood that I have not
They're
spent
not that
a
much
damn
younger
dime.
than me, because I mean, I was only about 6 or 7 watching this.
There's still a lot of TV shows out there that were a part of my childhood that I have found online.
Fair enough. You see, you have an inquiring nature, which I approve of. I've done that, been there, done that, scared now of what I found. Basically, it's a case of be careful what you wish for. Some of those YouTube rabbit holes are really scary.
Nah.
Their
Some of those
algorithms amaze me.
Some of those YouTube rabbit holes have given me some of the best material for RPG games.
Do you want to talk about the RPG?
Well, I'd like to talk about ARPG first.
ARPG or an RPG?
An RPG. An RPG.
Is it an RPG or is it ARPG?
It's an
See,
RPG.
This is what happens when Lilibet isn't here. We go to pieces.
Who's going to correct our grammar now?
Yeah, man.
Seriously. But at any rate, big news in the old tabletop RPG people. There is a game that is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year.
Uh-huh.
And it is getting a new Kickstarter.
Ooh, do tell.
The DC Heroes game from Mayfair, the original, is coming to Kickstarter soon. Yes.
I'm just going to interrupt. Did you say DC?
Hey, look, you say what you want. This is something I have that I've used to train. All right. Bit of background history. Young Brian, 12 years old.
Did you have the beard? Because
No.
I'm thinking of you as 12 years old with that beard. I'm sorry.
Lose the beard. You've seen me without the beard. I look 12.
Yeah, but I've
Just like
had
that.
therapy for that.
So have I. But no, young 12-year-old Brian, first RPG,
Yes.
Red Box D&D.
Right. Yep.
First, very first. It's a lot of people's first in the 80s. Second,
Yes.
and one that holds my heart,
Yes.
the classic Marvel Phase Rip game.
Okay.
Okay, that I go back to it's one of those you can't.
You see,
quit.
that's why I'd be very comfortable with it being a Marvel thing rather than a DC thing. I know my
But
way
here's
around
the
Marvel.
thing about it. This game came out after that, okay?
Yeah.
And it is such an easy time converting one to the other.
Right.
It's insane. I mean, you can go back and forth.
Okay. Good.
So you can put whatever you want, wherever you want. But this Kickstarter is bringing up all the old material all the old published material that they have.
Does that include published scenarios?
I believe so.
Okay.
We don't have anything more than this is coming. We don't have price points. We don't have a date yet. It's on Kickstarter. I have it saved for when it goes up. It's by Cryptozoic Entertainment. Yeah, this game has one of my unicorns in it. One of my RPG unicorns.
Fair enough.
They put out a book full, book of stats, basically. Characters, NPCs.
Yeah.
They had 1, 2, 3. They
They
were about to come out with 4, and then the game
It's
got
always the way,
canceled.
isn't it? It's always the way.
Number 4 is one of my unicorns.
I've lost track of how many Doctor Who
RPGs that have been and gone. You know?
But this means stuff like the new Teen Titans source book, the Batman source book, the Superman.
Does the Teen Titans source book have Freakazoid in it?
The Superman source
No,
book.
I'm being serious, because the Teen
I know.
Titans met Freakazoid.
Not in the 80s.
Oh, all right.
This is the original material
Okay, fair
from
enough.
the 80s
Fair
that is
enough.
getting reprinted.
We've lost a viewer. Who've we lost?
Me, because I switched my thing.
No, we haven't lost a viewer.
Anyway, this is the original material
Yeah.
from the 80s getting
Yep.
a reprint. The Legion of Superheroes, all 3 books. The
What's
Silver
the-
Age one and the Legion
To
2995
get access to
book.
all the basics, well, to everything, how much would you have to pledge?
I don't know, but I'm betting it depends. If they offer it in PDF, I don't particularly need PDFs of it. I have.
So
PDFs
you
of
want a
it.
hard copy.
I have hard copies as well.
So you just want this to succeed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have all my old material still.
But you still got your unicorn.
I have
in there.
damn near everything for this.
So the unicorn, what would you want from that, hard copy or?
Oh, I'd have to get a hard copy of the Unicorn.
Okay. So what is the name?
Actually,
of this?
I'd want both. Hard
What
copy
is the
and
name
digital.
of this Kickstarter?
DC Heroes Role-Playing Game 40th Anniversary by Cryptozoic Entertainment.
Okay, get that, folks.
It has
New word.
not started yet. It's coming. Save it. Go nuts at it.
You've reminded me of something. There's also another Kickstarter out there for another RPG. This one is Terry Pratchett Discworld RPG. And I looked at it and thought, oh wow, great Discworld and RPG. And then I saw how much they were asking. No. And that was just for the digital stuff. And it's a case of no.
Was it more than $60?
Yes. Yeah,
Ew.
just for the digital stuff.
Just for digital? Well,
Yeah.
how much digital were they offering?
I'm not 100% certain, to be honest with you. But
Well, I mean, if it's like 4 or 5 books,
I
that's
mean,
not
it's
bad
a
for
whole
digital.
new game, I believe, a whole new system. So
Yeah, but if it's like 4 or 5 books, that's not bad.
but no, I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, we've got our RPG, which we're dungeon crawling at the moment. We finally managed to get Retta back, and we're gonna have to like put some elastic on her, something like that, tie a rope on her or something.
Little Bell.
Yeah, man, something like that, just to make sure she doesn't wander off again. Because I will be honest with you, I did not enjoy the split screen storytelling. Couldn't be helped,
Couldn't
but
be helped.
we were sort of sitting there twiddling our thumbs, but again, couldn't be helped. So,
Yep. Because you
I'm-
have
I-
no idea. Your characters have no idea what she was doing.
no, that's why I didn't watch it. So yeah, it's. I'm just glad we're back together again. Quite frankly, I just hope we don't get split up again.
You know what? That's on you guys.
No, it's on Retta. You know it's on Retta. You know she's still waiting to play that card she said she had.
Good.
I'm worried. Deeply, deeply disturbed.
Good.
Right, the last thing we're going to talk about. Space 1999.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Cellini is an old hand at space travel. He's on Alpha after Koenig stole the moon and left an egg to try and fool us. We know better, Koenig. We know better. And you see, Cellini had been part of an exploration mission to find the planet Ultra. And something went very wrong. This is years ago. And unusually for Space 1999, we do get some Earthbound flashbacks to the slightly younger days of Koenig and Bergman and Helena Russell. They're the ones putting together this expedition, basically.
I
Cellini
had
ends up.
several questions.
Yes, please.
Okay, Space 1999.
Yep.
Moon gets blasted from orbit,
Yep.
off into space.
Yep.
Now, do they know how to get back to Earth? Because it's not that hard to track.
No, and I better explain why. We believe the moon is going at a fair old rate of knots. At the end of the first episode, it was a case of, can we return to Earth? It was a touch and go decision. It was down to the commander to make the decision about, a bit like Voyager. But in this particular case, he didn't want to risk it. So they didn't try. Then they went through a black sun and ended up in a completely different part of the universe.
I'm sorry, a what?
A black sun.
A what?
Yeah.
A what?
Essentially a black hole, but the terminology was...
I'm okay.
You see, there's this
All right.
ongoing, very slight little thing in the background that very possibly God is controlling their travels. Certainly in the first season. Second season, well, we don't talk about the second season.
Okay.
So that's why they haven't gone back. They can't. They can't
Right.
get back.
Right,
All right.
bullshit.
Yeah. Plus, I think in the second season, they do manage to get into contact with Earth, and Earth is fucked. Because of all the
Well,
tectonic...
yeah, I
the
mean-
moon leaves orbit. Yeah, Earth's fucked.
Yeah, unless you have something that can generate enough the gravity of the moon.
Well, an egg, you'd think.
Ironically, that did happen in Legion of Superheroes comics.
Well, there we
The
go.
moon
then.
was destroyed, and
Yes.
they did put up a gravity sphere to contain it.
Oh, no.
Mass
No,
destruction.
no, Koenig didn't have access to that sort of technology. He just left an egg.
29.95, I believe, covered it.
No, they just left an egg because he's a git. That thing's going to hatch one day, then we're going to be screwed.
No, it's
That's
not.
all I'm saying.
No.
I think it will. The moon is an egg.
If the moon is hollow, sure.
So...
And there are several theories about that.
Oh, God, no, we're not going down that.
Oh,
we are
I'm
not
there
going
for it.
down
Let's
that.
do it.
No.
Let's go. It's better than this show.
We're not having conspiracy corner. No.
The moon is hollow.
moon
and
is
a
an
giant
egg.
Computer.
That's the official position
the moon
of this
is
show.
hollow.
The moon was stolen in 1999, and an egg left to try and fool us. That is how history happened. I'm just saying, all right?
The moon is hollow. The moon
And I
is
have touched
strange.
the sky?
I'm just going to start out with the moon is really freaking strange.
Yeah, that's fair.
They had fog on the moon.
Oh, God.
The moon doesn't have atmosphere.
Do you not think it might have just been dust?
No, it was actual fog. It was
Interesting.
water vapor fog.
Well, that suggests the presence of water of some kind.
That's what they call translunar phenomena.
Do.
Yeah. But there is weird caca going on up there.
That's because it's an egg. They know.
Mm-hmm.
They know. They're not telling us, but they know.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Oh, yeah.
Just saying. Did you know that the outer layers of the moon are actually older than the inner layers of the moon?
That makes sense.
Why?
It's growing outwards. It's growing from the centre. It's like an onion.
Mm-hmm.
Stop mentioning transcendental because it's an egg. You give me the look, Brian. So anyway,
No, I'm just envisioning if you say it enough times, Neil deGrasse Tyson is going to show up behind you like Candyman. Yeah. Speaking of Candyman,
oh no,
R.I.P.
what?
Tony
Yes,
Todd.
yes, Tony Todd. Well, for me, he'll always be Kern, and obviously Jake Sisko, the older Jake Sisko. Remarkable
Adult
acting.
Jake Sisko.
Remarkable acting, quite frankly. Yeah, very sad news that. Anyway, back with Space 1999.
we have to.
And we do.
Damn.
The expedition goes well. They're heading towards the planet. They're getting near the planet, but there's something being picked up on the scopes. Lots of somethings. What are these somethings? They go and look.
It's a Sargasso Sea in space.
That's exactly what I was thinking it was.
Oh, it's an old trope. Sargasso Sea
Yeah,
in
I know.
space. It's also very
It's been
alliterative.
done, comic books, movies,
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
Basically, lots of abandoned spaceships. Why is this? So they
Wait.
decide, what?
Are there non-human spaceships there?
We don't know.
I'm just saying.
I
there
would. I
spaceships
think
out
they
there?
are. If you listen to it, they're basically saying that the technology in these ships we could really, really use. You know,
They could grab them, bring
so
them
I
back,
think
leave
they
them
were
on the
all
surface
alien.
of the moon.
I think they were all alien. How they managed
Except
to
one.
dock? That's the point. Well, no, that they were the first Earth people there, but somehow they managed to dock. It just lined up.
No. That one guy with the very, very bad Russian voiceover.
Yes.
His ship went out there.
Yeah, I haven't
this
got
part
to that.
I did watch.
Yeah. You haven't followed the rest of it though. Hang on, patience. I'm getting there. I'm at the point where his ship gets out there and docks. I'm just how
Okay.
it's an alien ship, you know. Unless there's some sort of universal docking mechanism that everybody goes
know-
to because of logic.
It could.
You know, it's.
I mean, Swedish meatballs. That's all I'm saying.
Whoosh de flew.
Swedish meatballs. Every culture, no matter where you go, has Swedish meatballs.
Miss Babylon 5.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he's the commander, so he stays on board the bridge or the command
course he does.
cockpit, which is what he should do. This is no Star Trek here. Actually, it's
Kirk would have
ridiculous.
gone aboard.
Oh no, so would Koenig. You know he would have done. But the plot relied on him not going aboard. And then their most creepiest fuck off monster attacks them. I was
You
6,
say so.
7 when this was shown on a Saturday evening. I've had nightmares about that bloody creature. It really, really hit me hard. It was a hell of a lot scarier than anything in Doctor Who. And I used to be terrified by Doctor Who. But that monster, the dragon in Dragon's Domain, has tentacles everywhere. It's
Wasn't
got a
dragon.
bright
It was
burning
just
eye.
tentacles.
It's
It wasn't even an eye.
What was it then?
Just a little nub thing.
No, it was an eye. It was using that to hypnotize people.
So why is it called a dragon?
Because it's the mythology. They're building their own mythology.
Oh, here there be dragons.
Yeah, but this is going to be their equivalent of St. George and the Dragon.
It wasn't
Tony
even a
Cellini
good
and
St.
the
George
monster.
equivalent, though.
Well, to be fair, this happened, St. George didn't.
Huh?
Have I broken you?
404 logic not found.
Okay, right. The myth of St. George, the English patron saint,
Yeah, that never happened.
it never happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he's either Syrian or Turkish. He never faced a dragon in his life. Yeah, all these people go, oh, St. George. And yeah, you're having a go at the
It's
very
like Robin Hood.
people from the very place. Well, Robin Hood, we don't know if Robin Hood existed. It might have some factual basis somewhere.
Okay, it's like Camelot, because back in the day, the stories of Camelot were the equivalent of the modern day comic book.
No, I could agree with that. I
Yeah.
could agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's 2 or 3 areas in Britain that claim to be where Camelot was. I mean, you've got Merlin's Seat. I think it's Merlin's Seat at the end of Cornwall. I think Wales has a claim somewhere down the line. There was possibly some sort of rabble leader called Arthur, or whatever the ancient English version of that was.
Arthur or
Exactly. And it's just one of those myths that's been handed down. And then what was his name? Oh, L'Amour d'Arthur. Anyway,
who?
that book. It basically consolidated a lot of these
stories into almost a concerted timeline. And if you've seen Excalibur, then you've essentially seen the majority of the Arthurian. It's superbly told as well. That's one hell of a film.
Yeah. My ninth grade social studies teacher wrote a Matter of Britain, a book on Arthurian legends. I actually got a copy of the manuscript when I was like 14, 15.
It's another one of these dreams, isn't it? Isn't it nice
Yeah.
to say that, you know, there's going to be some sort of king who will come back in an hour of greatest need, and, you know.
Let's not go that far, because right now
Yeah, I know,
I'm
sweetheart.
playing for the next 3 years.
4.
3.
You're just going to ignore that last year, are you?
Nope.
Oh, God.
The Antichrist is supposed to rule for 7 years. He had 4.
4.
He's getting 3. He's going to die in office.
But won't that bring about the end of the world?
No.
Okay, upbeat, remember? Upbeat. That's
Well,
better.
you have to deal with 7 years of turbulence. And we got 3 left to go.
Okay, fair enough. There we go, boys and girls. That's a bit of hope, isn't it? He's going to die in 3 years. So,
I'm just saying, I'm following this thing like a hawk. And when it
Cellini-
happens, I'm going to say, I told you so.
Cellini manages to escape by taking the little eagle nose bit off his spacecraft and piloting it, and eventually gets found close to death, and no one on Earth believes him. They think they flushed his crew out of the airlock by accident and is making all this nonsense up to cover up his own ineptitude. He wasn't, because Moonbase Alpha, and it's not explained how, but all these ships suddenly turn up. The same ones, and lo and behold, there's the Earthship attached. So Cellini goes off to try and stop it, and they have to race after him, because as far as he's concerned now, it's personal. Yeah, I need to prove that I wasn't
Ahab
lying.
has to get as well.
Exactly. And so he goes against the thing, that fucking awful, oh my God, take it away, monster, is still there. Cellini, he's got the right idea. It's not vulnerable to energy weapons, so he's got himself a good axe. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do enough damage quickly enough, and he gets killed. Luckily, by then, Koenig and co. have turned up on the ship, realise that Cellini was telling the truth all through, and Koenig sees this thing is wounded and kills it with an axe. And then, because the whole thing's told in flashback by Dr. Russell, and it's their attempt, like I said, to start creating myths for their own society.
Well, the neat thing, I think, is that the doctor then admits that this thing did not register on any life.
No, it didn't
life
register as life at
sensors.
all.
So it was
How do you kill
totally
something that's not
alien
live?
to everything that they. So it's probably might not even be dead.
No, exactly. Plus, the moon was moving
Which is
out the
kind of
way.
interesting, considering the moon's gravity should have pulled all those ships
You're
to
not
its
supposed
surface.
to say anything about that. I mean, it's a shame they didn't have time to go and pick up extra bits of equipment and everything else like that could help them. But fuck knows what was in the rest of those ships. You know, would you want to go and rest? We'll try again. We know what we're dealing with this time.
Oh, there's
do you?
nothing there. Just send a bunch of red shirts.
Purple arms. Security
Same
of purple arms in space.
Same deal.
1999. I'm just saying.
Coney would do it.
Excellent model work, held up superbly well in HD. To be fair, come on, you can't knock Space 1999's model work, surely.
As a model aficionado,
Yes.
it wasn't bad. It was
Oh,
very
that is
professional.
high praise from the Brian. High praise indeed. It was, for its time, it was bloody brilliant. like I say, it's of its time. The good thing is there isn't a huge amount of sexism, certainly not in season 1, I remember. UFO, the program that came before it, yeah, that was terrible for sexism. It really was. I watched episode 1 and just went, oh gosh, this is horrible. It's creepy as hell. So, you guys know that I absolutely love Dragon's Domain. And yes, it still scares me. Brian, what about you?
See, I was never a fan of Space 1999,
Okay.
so I don't have the build up to this episode.
Chocolate. Cold chocolate, actually.
I don't have the, required. I haven't seen XYZ episodes to
You don't.
make this.
Well, to be fair, you
significant.
don't really need it. But you start asking interesting questions like, how did they get there, and this, that, and the other. Why couldn't they?
Why
go
the
back?
hell didn't they just leave the frickin' moon when they had the chance?
Well, because it was
Moon's
too.
leaving orbit. Everybody on
was
the
too
Eagles.
risky.
Let's go.
We'll have to do the first story, Breakaway.
Evacuate Moonbase Alpha. It's not that hard.
We will do Breakaway, and probably Journey Through the Black Sun, just to fuck your head.
Don't.
Look, be glad we're not doing the rules of Luton.
Look, I'm just saying that there are times when my sci-fi disbelief can only go so far.
I feel that's fair.
This was one of those barriers.
Interesting. You forgot to turn
no,
your brain
the entire
off, didn't you?
series in general is one of those barriers.
So it's one you can't turn your brain off for. You keep finding things that you want answered.
Yeah, I keep seeing, why the hell didn't they just leave? Evacuate the moon base. Write it off.
All
Who
right.
cares?
That's
You
my
got
fault.
Alpha.
That is my fault
got-
for not showing it to you. in
Yeah,
order.
I don't have the background.
I
for this
thought
thing.
you did have some background with Space 19.
I have nothing.
Sorry.
I've never seen this damn show.
Oh my
I've
God! I thought you had.
No.
Oh, Brian, I'm so sorry. I would have
never
eased
seen
you
it.
in,
Nope.
given you those answers.
So seeing this episode was like,
oh man, I'm so
why
sorry.
does that guy have a very, very bad
Russian
Russian
accent?
voiceover? That's not even a Russian accent. That was a voiceover.
Oh, we're saying he was
Guys-
dubbed, are we?
Yeah, I'm saying he was dubbed.
We're talking kung fu movie.
Yeah.
No.
I'm talking Idris Elba's very first acting thing where he gets dubbed. Okay? Look it up online. It's there. They had it on the Graham Norton show. It's horrendous.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I tried. I'm listening
And
to
I'm
the
always
doctor
grateful
give
for you
her
doing that.
after action report and everything.
Like I
And
say,
it's like, okay,
it's very
he's right.
interesting. I fouled that up. That's on me. That one.
I
And I'm
still don't
sorry.
get why it's a dragon.
It's the
It's
metaphor.
not a dragon.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. Okay, great. It's some Cthulhuid monster. There. All they had to say. No, it's a dragon. That's no dragon I've ever heard of.
Okay. You're taking it as literal face value. It should therefore be a dragon. It's not. It's a monster. But they're going to call it
They
a
say
dragon.
it's like St. George and the Dragon. Well,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not
like
a
you were
fucking
saying,
dragon.
Ahab and his whale. You know, I mean, it's Cellini himself who starts calling it his dragon, and again, that's referencing straight to St. George. You know, it's a case of this is how he
It's
sees
his
it.
obsession.
Yeah, and he sees it
Yeah.
as
They could have left
it's
it all
not
out.
an actual dragon. He doesn't see it as an actual dragon, but it's his personal.
Oh, I know.
thing.
I saw the picture. I watched the thing.
And I should know because I am a dragon, apparently.
No.
Just not a very good one.
No.
No, I'm crap at it. I have a couple of functions in our party, and that's it, quite frankly.
Yes.
I know my place. I know my place. I know my role-playing ability. I'm a very
Yes.
good distraction, whilst other people do the clever stuff.
Yes.
When I'm allowed to be a distraction.
When she reads her character sheet.
I know what I'm doing there. It's just you keep changing things around.
I didn't change anything around on your character
yes,
sheet.
you
It's
did.
been the same
You've
way
done-
since we started.
No, it hasn't. You've added things, you've changed things, you've done this, that, and the other.
You advanced in level and selected power-ups.
No, I do know what I'm doing. It's just my character is fairly limited in skills, to be fair.
No, she's not.
Ah, she is. She's a great tank, but that's about it. You know,
Yeah,
I
other
can't help
skills.
out with repairing anything, or piloting, or cooking, or hence being
Yeah,
the
you
ship's
can't
caretaker.
cast any spells whatsoever.
Well, flame. That's it.
You have spells.
What, magic missile or whatever the closest thing we do to it?
Bolt.
Bolt, magic bolt, and elemental manipulation.
Would you like me to pull up your character sheet and
Not
we
now,
can
in the
go
middle of
over
the show.
this?
I
I'm just saying.
I am
you can
happy
put-
with my character. I love my
we
character,
can go over
and
this.
I'm hoping
you have
you're not
options
going
that you're
to.
not utilizing.
I'm not looking forward to having to change because I love Tarklu.
I'm just saying, you have options you're not utilizing.
We'll do that one day.
You have a rune
Not in the
weapon,
middle of a show.
Adam.
That rune knife, doesn't do much.
That's one of the most powerful magic objects in the universe.
That rune
Rune
knife.
weapons.
What, haven't
No,
I?
well, rune weapons in general. There's lesser, there's, I guess, adequate, and then there's greater.
Right. But looking at it, it doesn't seem to do the same amount of damage as me punching somebody in the face.
Have you tried anything?
I think I've used it once.
Then don't say it doesn't seem to do the damage you do as punching someone in the face.
Okay.
There
You're
are
not
things
allowed
that
to
are
now plan a bad
There
guy
are
that will be
things
resistant.
that are not vulnerable to normal damage that are vulnerable to rune weapons. There are
Ah, I don't know, do I?
everything has a kryptonite.
Does kryptonite have a kryptonite?
Kryptonite's not living.
Just a thought. I mean, the concept is an idea. Everything must have something opposite it. You'd think in nature.
There is anti-kryptonite.
Of course there is, because DC cannot come up with any really good names.
Well, anti-kryptonite gives humans powers. Kind of kills them a little faster. It's like a drug. Watch the first 2 seasons of Lois and Clark, the new series. There's blue kryptonite, which only harms Bizarros. So I guess that could be the opposite of green kryptonite.
What does it do for someone like Superman? Blue kryptonite.
Nothing.
So
Blue,
yeah,
nothing.
yeah, that would be the
There's
opposite
gold
of-
kryptonite, which removes the superpowers of any Kryptonian.
It's starting to become a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? It begins with the C. Convenient. You know, it's we need to introduce we've got a plot thing. Introduce a new color of kryptonite. Marvel have
That
done
was
the
done
same.
in 1960, 1970.
Marvel have done the same. Don't worry. I mean, they're currently playing with their gods and
mean-
monsters at the moment, setting up our new celestial cosmic hierarchy.
Oh, the gods thing.
Yeah.
You've read that?
I watch Comics Explained.
It's a good theory, but they're just copying too much Constantine.
Oh, that particular one. Yes, I'd agree. They've
Yeah.
got a character in there. There's essentially an identical clone of Constantine, which Deadpool was originally a clone of Deathstrike, wasn't it? Deathstroke?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke, yeah. Even looking like him, just coloured red. But then they decided to screw with Wade's brain, and things happened. So anyway, we've gone off space 1999. I apologise to you, Brian. I'm sorry. I honestly thought you knew about it. I wouldn't have dropped you in that straight away. If I'd known.
Okay.
I do apologise. And yeah, there's 2 episodes I would like to show you which would address your concerns. Though there is in the second one of them there is literally a Deus Ex Machina. So your thoughts on that would be interesting as well.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm just looking up all the different varieties of kryptonite.
Well, someone has to. Let's be honest. Someone needs to keep check on these things. Are you immune to it?
Of course, I'm Batman.
Well, there we go.
There's
Hello,
9
Chestnut.
different versions of kryptonite.
Come on. I have a cat. I have a little cat.
That's not a cat. That's a thing from Attack the Block.
Just because I sit
Just a
in the
spot of
dark with a
darkness
black
and
cat.
teeth. Look, see, yeah, I see the eyes and I see the teeth.
Over here. Look, over here. Look,
I see it.
podcast people, imagine a black furry cat
In a black, darkened room.
against a black dressing gown. Woolly black dressing gown. That's essentially that. I look like Holly from Red Dwarf. Just a floating head in darkness. All right, dudes, what's happening? You better not have frozen again. No, you're breathing.
No,
That's good.
no, I'm just trying to figure out if I should get a golden H and stick it to my forehead one of these days.
You see, the problem with that is Rimmer got called Bonehead first, then the Minbari came along. So I'll have to call you Transam Wheel Arch Nostrils.
No.
I know my Red Dwarf.
Whatever. It's cold outside.
I say that. I've seen
There's
the new ones, but
Just
only
no
the
kind of
ones.
atmosphere anymore.
Okay, I'm going to slap you on the back of your legs if you carry on.
Hey, I'm all alone here.
More
More
or
or
less.
less.
Okay, moving on. So next show, hopefully Lilibet will be back, having been freed from a crochet addiction. We'll
You're
know.
never clean. You're
Never
never
100%.
over a crochet
No.
addiction.
What
Never
about
100%.
Rio Grande?
I don't think I'll ever be over Macho Grande.
Thank you. I'm glad you got that right.
And it's actually Machu Picchu.
Okay, I got that very wrong, didn't I?
You got that so
I
wrong.
know, but you still knew what I meant. You need to go outside sometimes.
Look. I'm just happy I had help with my drinking problem. Damn it.
Seriously, podcast listeners, if you want to know what happened when we did a live reaction on this to The Prisoner, last episode, Fallout, and the drinking game I challenged Brian to,
I will never forgive you for that.
please leave any comments in the Flashing Blade Facebook group.
Ever.
All right, go there. Ask if they want to hear this story.
That's one of those things we can put up on Patreon.
Well, would it work?
We
as an
reference
audio?
it enough.
Would it work? Would it work?
It will work.
as an audio. That's all I'm thinking.
Oh.
Because I mean, it's up there on the YouTube thing. It's up there. Your shame is there for everyone to see.
It isn't shame. It's endurance.
It was very impressive. I'm going to be honest.
The fact that I didn't die. Many a wayward night.
I will be honest with you. It was an evil drinking game.
Yes, you both were very evil about it.
You know which bitch came up with the idea, don't you?
Eddie.
No. Try again.
No? You?
Yeah. Basically,
And this
Brian,
is why we watched The Tomorrow People twice.
I thought we'd forgotten about that.
Nope. Still waiting on you.
Well, we got the Christmas ghost story stuff to do. Basically, I said to Brian, there's a drinking game you can play where every time somebody says "I," you take a drink, and this is for the last episode, Fallout of The Prisoner. How were you, Brian?
I ran out of alcohol.
Yeah.
I have never run out of alcohol before. I ran out of alcohol.
Patrick McGowan can do that to you. It's
That man has ingested more LSD than I can even fathom.
trying to imagine the conversation between him and Timothy Leary.
Oh, dear God. No, there wouldn't be a conversation because one of them wouldn't be able to come into the room because it was melting and the dragon in the kitchen said to stay out.
Ah, how do you know it's a dragon and not some sort of Cthulhian beast?
Because it has wings, scales, and breathes fire.
Worth a try. Worth a try. Is Cthulhian a word? Sounds like it
Close
could
enough.
be. A way of
It's a
describing
gamer word.
monster for...
It's a genre word.
So I
It's
can
like
try and work
frack.
out what we're doing next week. Ah,
Nut Bunnies. I can't remember the name of it. It's the
Jodie
treasure
Whittaker episode?
of... Hang on, Brian. I'm going to look for it now for you.
The Haunting of...
Bear with me.
I mean, I can just pull it up here.
Where is YouTube? Here we go.
For those not watching at home and listening on the podcast, Siobhan is desperately trying to find something on YouTube.
Okay, Brian. I think it's on YouTube. The Treasure of Abbot Thomas. I think you may have to go to your usual supplier.
I wouldn't go that far. That may be a no-go.
What, The Treasure of Abbot Thomas?
ABBOT?
Yes.
T?
Yep, ABBOT and then Thomas with an H. The Treasure of Abbot Thomas.
I have a 52-minute audiobook. I have a 45-minute ghost story of an antiquary audiobook.
It'll be a similar sort of thing to the ones we've already seen.
All right. I'll post that for Lilibit in general.
Hopefully it's the right one. Well, Lilibet doesn't need it. She's got the box set, which was nice to know. She told me that the other day. We had a chat. It's that time of year when both of us
I'll
are
post it for me so I, don't forget it.
we had a chat because it's that time of year now where both of us are feeling somewhat fragile. So, I've got some news for you afterwards about the house. Yes, we need something else as well, don't we?
Now, is this scary or is this sad scary?
What do you mean
They're
by
trying to be
sad
scary, but it's just not effing working.
They're going for more for atmosphere than anything else.
Okay.
All right. It's again.
That's scary.
It's another similar. It's a couple of years after the one you saw, or the ones you've seen, should I say? We've got one more of these, which, like I say, there'll be two versions of it, which is Owen, I'll come to you, and then we're going to do for Christmas. We're going to look at the Ghost Stories, the movie. Next week, so we have The Haunting of Villa Diodati. A big finish of some kind. I'm really hoping we're going to get the Once and Future Coda with the Fugitive Doctor versus the War Doctor. I think that could be very fun. I'm hoping it is anyway. And plus, it's going to be lovely to hear the Fugitive Doctor back. But again, I don't know because of Big Finish's release schedule. So there'll be a big finish. And then, obviously, the Treasure of Abbot Thomas. Ghost Stories in the run-up to Christmas. I'll be doing a live reading of the Signalman, possibly on Christmas Eve. I'll let you know more details on that. And yes, it will go on the podcast feed. And yeah, look at that, Brian. I'm actually making plans.
First time for everything.
Remarkable, isn't it?
How's it feel?
It doesn't sit well.
A little dirty.
Yeah, man.
Little
Yeah,
dirty.
yeah. It's not good. It's not sitting
Little,
well.
little sleazy. Little.
Yeah, my stomach's not good. Let's put it that way.
Mhm.
You know, it's.
Don't
Anyway,
forget to post what we're watching up in general.
Oh yes. What you doing over the next couple of weeks? Anything nice?
Well, no RPG this coming Saturday because you took it off for your birthday.
Yep. I want cake.
However, Thanksgiving weekend in America, on November 23rd, we have a special session. It's not going to be a special episode. It's going to be a regular episode, just time shifted to the 23rd.
So are we still going to do fortnightly, or are you going to shift it back one so we go back to?
We're going the 23rd and then the 30th to keep the schedule.
Right, I've got you. Thank you very much. That's the RPG, boys and girls. It's a lot of fun. It's
It's
very
over
silly.
on Thaco Gaming on YouTube and Twitch.
Yes, it's not a podcast. It wouldn't work as a podcast.
No, we're not Critical Role. We're not doing it as a podcast. It
Do they actually do that as a
for us.
podcast?
Yeah. Yeah, lots of people listen.
I'm surprised. Oh, well.
They also have another podcast out for
What?
role playing. Yeah, it's Slayer's Retake.
Okay, they've certainly made a business out of it, haven't they?
They were the most paid channel on Twitch for like 2-3 years there.
That's impressive.
Twitch paid them like over, I believe, a couple million. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Matt Mercer, to be fair, is an excellent DM.
Fuck you.
Hey, you had nothing but praise from me.
He is the candle to which we all hold our flame up.
I know. However, you have not
Him,
experienced.
Brennan, and Abria.
You have not experienced Keith Dunn as Games Master. Everybody needs to experience Keith Dunn as Games Master. This man's imagination is in Technicolor, it's in 5D, it's the best Dolby surround sound you could possibly think of.
It's been
he's
so
got a
long
very
now,
good
I don't-
imagination.
It's been so long now, I don't think I can go back to being a player. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah.
You see, that's the one thing Keith always.
Because I have ideas for characters, but it's for worlds I create.
Fair enough. You see,
So-
Keith, that was one of the things he griped about, and understandably, he was always the Games Master. Very rarely did one of us take over. I didn't because I'm crap. Adam, I think, tried something. Was it Ghostbusters? I can't remember what it was. So it was always Keith, and he'd rather sit and actually play the game rather than be the GM. But he was superb. Oh, that man. Absolutely amazing. We're going to go away.
We are.
We are. Back in 2 weeks, folks. Don't forget, in 2 weeks also is the next Thaco Gaming. I expect a cake for my birthday, please. That's the 19th. I'm just saying. I'm just hoping I get my birthday steak.
We're not having a game. How are we going to get you cake?
You'll think of something. Anyway, do you want to say goodbye?
No, I don't want to say goodbye. I like our viewers. I don't want them to leave. Don't leave us, viewers. We're here for you.
But it's us doing the leaving, Brian. It's us doing the leaving.
You're doing the leaving. You're abandoning us. I'm here with them. I am part of us.
Okay. Well, Brian's gone Fruit Loops, boys and girls. So I'll say goodbye for him. Goodbye for him. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Ta-ra.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
You have been watching the Flashing Blade podcast live, series 1, number 202, featuring the Brian and me, Siobhan. No copyright infringement, blah, 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 blah. A goat will be coming up very soon. Told you. Didn't believe me, did you? No.